Hi, I'm Hazel and welcome to my ultimate beginner's guide to pet battles. This video is for the absolute newbie who has never touched a pet battle before and wants to know where to start. It might also do you some good if you're a novice that started but you're not sure if you're doing it right. I'll walk you through how the system works, getting started, and which pets to level first. To follow along, you must be at least level 5 and have 10-ish gold. Throughout the guide, I may show the thumbnail of a video that I've made that has a deeper dive on a given topic. All of those links will be down below. The very first thing that you need to do is train the pet battling skill at your pet battle trainer. Alliance players can go to Audrey Burnhep, found here in Stormwind. Horde players can see Varzok up here by the Zeppelin Towers in Orgrimmar. You can also learn a few basic pets at these NPCs, which you should do if you don't have those yet. Next, let's take a tour through the pet journal. The default keybind is Shift-P to open your collections window and then click the pet journal tab down here. You may have some pets already in this list. By right-clicking your pet here on the left, you can summon it to have it follow you around in-game. If you really like a particular pet and want to do that more often, you can drag that icon to a bar to summon it more easily. You can also rename it to give it a nickname, which has fewer rules than player names. You can include spaces. Other players will see your pet names when you battle them, or if they see your pet out in the world. If the pet is cageable, you could cage it to take it out of your journal and turn it into an item in your bags that can be traded or sold. A caged pet keeps its level. You can purchase many caged pets from the auction house to add to your collection, but keep in mind that if the new pet's level is higher than any pet that you have already, you can't learn it. You have to level one yourself first. Also, not all pets are cageable. Wild pets and pets from achievements usually are not, but most vendor and drop pets will be. Most of them. Pick any pet from your list and drag it to your first active slot here on the right. With the pet selected, you'll get more info about it here on the top right. Over here, we've got the pet's health total, attack stat, speed stat, and quality. If you've played a Pokemon game before, there are a lot of similarities. The quality is either going to be rare, also known as blue, and then everything else, which isn't good enough. Rare is the highest quality pet that players can get. NPCs sometimes fight with epic or legendary pets, but they're cheating. You'll be able to get stones later on to upgrade your pets to rare, so don't worry if it's not blue yet. Over here, we can see the pet's moves. As you level it up, you'll unlock its moves as well as your second 2 battle slots. When you set up your team before a battle, you pick one out of 2 options for each of the 3 move slots. Once the battle starts, you can use only those 3 moves that you set. When describing which moves to take for a pet battle, sometimes people will write them out as a 3-digit code made of 1s and 2s. A 1 means take the move in the upper slot, and a 2 means pick the lower one. An Anubisath idol with a 1-2-1 moveset is using Crush, Stone Skin, and Deflection. Your pet will have an experience bar and a level from 1 to 25. Your pet gets experience if it participates in a pet battle and survives. If it dies in the fight, it does not get any XP. You can also get ultimate battle training stones in-game to instantly boost a pet to level 25. More on that in a bit. Up here, you can see what type your pet is. Your type gives you access to a racial passive and a defensive resistance and vulnerability. X pets will take more damage from Y moves, but less from Z moves. This handy graphic from Warcraft pets shows the offensive and defensive type matchups. On the offense side, you can see that magic does more damage to flying, flying does more to aquatic, aquatic does more to elemental, etc. On the defensive side, Beast is resistant to humanoid damage, humanoids take less from critters, and so on. It's something that you'll memorize eventually, but until then, I just save the graphics somewhere handy and then refer back to it. I had a printout taped to my monitor at one point. Something to keep in mind with typing is that a pet will have a type, but moves also have their own types. They often, but don't always match. Your pet's type determines what you have a defensive advantage against, but it's the move type that determines whether you're dealing strong damage. Being a water pet against an elemental won't help if you don't have any aquatic moves. Pets with multiple types of damage can be useful because they can counter a wider range of pet types. Some pets are also double counters, where they're resistant to a type and have moves that deal strong damage to that same type. An example is the mechanical Pandaren Dragonling, who takes less damage from magic moves with his mech type, and his dragon type breath move does strong damage to them. He is very useful when fighting magical enemies. Alright, enough with the theory, time for some practice. Look for a wild pet near you. Open your tracking options on your map, make sure that you're tracking battle pets, and then look for the green paw icon. If it doesn't have the green paw, it's just a critter and it's not a battle pet. Because your pets are level 1, you want to fight a similar leveled pet. There should be plenty in Elwyn Forest or Durotar. Mousing over the zones on your map will show you the levels of wild pets in that zone. Right-click the pet to start the battle. If it gives you an area obstructed error, try moving around to different spots and see if that works. Sometimes they're impossible, especially underwater, but usually you can find the right spot to stand. In your chat log, you can open a window that has Pet Battle Combat if you'd like a combat log. Click on a move to use it. Strong and weak moves against your opponent are marked with green and red arrows. The pet with more speed usually goes first, which is a huge advantage. Some moves will have a cooldown measured in rounds, while others can be used every round. You can pass the round to do nothing here, which I don't recommend unless you are stunned or have no moves available. With 3 pets on your team, you can use Switch to swap your active pet to a different one, which uses a turn. Forfeit will give up and exit the battle, and your trap will attempt to capture a wild pet, which we'll come back to later. Hit them until they have no health points, hopefully before they do the same to you. If you win, any pets that participated and survived will get experience. To unlock all 3 battle slots, you need to level a pet up to level 5. After your pets have taken damage, you want to heal them up for the next fight. There are 3 main ways to do that. First is Revive Pets, which is a spell in your pet journal with an 8-minute cooldown. It'll be on a short cooldown after you first log in, so you can't just character swap for free heals. Pet bandages can also heal your pets. Those are a consumable BOA item that you'll get from bags and quests as you do pet battles. Third are Stable Master NPCs, which you can track on your map. For a few silver, they'll restore your pets. It's handy to know where these are if you're grinding wild pet battles. You'll also heal a bit when you win a battle, and some moves like Devour will heal your pet while battling, which can help. Next, let's talk about leveling your first pets. You can get from level 1 to 3 pretty quickly just by battling wild pets around Elwyn Forest or Durotar. That'll unlock your second slot. At level 3, you can fight your first tamer. Go see Julius Stevens here in Elwyn Forest, or Zunta over here in Durotar. In a tamer battle, you obviously cannot capture pets because we're not Team Rocket over here, and tamer battles also give more experience. Most low-level tamers have daily quests, letting you fight them again every day. You can track pet tamers on your map to see where they are, and you'll find that their pet levels match the pet levels of that zone. After the Durotar or Elwyn tamer, you should be fine to take on Old MacDonald in Westfall or Dagra in the Northern Barrens. When your pet reaches level 5, you'll unlock your third slot, and now you're in business. With 3 pets, you can fight against BFA Pet Battle World Quest tamers, and they will scale down to your level. Do these as often as you can, and just try to type match with whatever you have. You won't get much experience from them, but you will occasionally get polished pet charms, which is what we want. When World Quests offering those come up, do them on as many 120 characters as you have. Krysa in the Northern Barrens and Environeer Bert outside the Nomorgon entrance will also scale their teams down to your level and can be beaten once per day. A rare pet can drop from each of their bags, so they're worth doing if you're in the neighborhood. If you get to 60 polished pet charms before any of your pets reach level 25, which is likely, you can buy an ultimate battle training stone from vendors here and here in BFA. Use that on a pet to boost it to 25. Now that you have at least one level 25 pet, you can purchase additional 25s from the auction house if you'd like to speed up your collection. You could level your first pets the old-fashioned way of grinding against wild pets and working your way through all the tamers, but it's much faster to save up and buy a few stones. Now that you have a few max level pets, you can catch up much more quickly. You can 2-pet tamers by including a low level pet in the fight and keeping it alive, and then winning to get large amounts of experience. This is effective on many tamers in the game, and you can level pets quickly by 2-petting tamers from Pandaria and Draenor every day. It's even faster during the pet bonus event, so keep an eye on the calendar. Next, getting more pets. There are over 1,000 different pets to collect in WoW, with more being added every patch. Wild pets can only be captured from wild pet battles. They can come in a variety of qualities, including rare, and often several breeds, which can affect their stats. They are captured at the quality that you fight them at, so looking for blue pets to capture is a good idea so that you don't have to upgrade them later. When the pet is under a third health but still alive, you can use the cage to attempt to catch it. This uses your turn. If the trap fails, the pet will get to hit you again. Every time you retry, your chance gets better. After it's successfully caged, you need to win the rest of the fight to get the pet. You can only capture 1 pet from each encounter. Do be careful not to kill it. Some pets are extra useful for capturing wild pets. Grumpy has a move called Super Bark, which cannot reduce a pet below 1 health. If you use Howl and then Super Bark, almost any pet will be ready for capture. You can get more pets from vendors as well as drops, achievements, the cash shop, and more. Buying caged pets off the auction house is a quick and expensive way to bulk out your collection. Before you buy, always look up where it comes from to make sure that it wouldn't be easier to go get one yourself. A question you might have right about now is which pets to level first. Here are 7 good ones to start with. The Iron Starlette. You can find these fairly cheap on the auction house, or complete the Warlords of Draenor intro quest in the Blasted Lands to get a new one. By using Wind Up, Supercharge, Wind Up, you'll demolish many pets. This guy is the key to most BFA world quests, especially ones against a single boss pet. The Stormborne Whelpling. You can use Arcane Storm Mana Surge for a huge damage combo that will wipe out flying pets and most everything else too. When it comes off cooldown, use Arcane Storm again for another damage hit even larger than the first. This is often cheap on the auction house or drops from the Stormwing Matriarch in Stormheim. A Power Breed Nexus Whelpling is a better version of the same thing, but that is a tricky to find wild pet with limited spawns around Caldara in Northrend. The Anubisath Idol. When you need to be defensive, this is it. Stoneskin or Sandstorm will make you immune to most swarms, and Deflection lets you completely avoid big bursts of damage. While you hit them with Crush, you'll heal up with your humanoid racial, so this guy is a tanky legend. These are often medium cheap on the auction house or can drop off of Twin Emperors in Encourage. the mechanical Pandaren Dragonling. You'll need to upgrade and level this engineering crafted pet, but holy heck is he worth it. If you're fighting any kind of magic pet, he'll demolish them with breath, avoid dangerous attacks with decoy, and has a defensive advantage against magic attacks. This one never stops coming in handy and pops up often in Draenor 2 pet strats. Next is Icky for Black Claw and Flock. If you need flying damage, this will pretty much do it. It does so much damage that even pets with a shell shield up will get wrecked. These are cheap on the auction house or available from an easy Spires of Arak quest. The Zandalari Kneebiter or Anklerender for their Black Claw hunting party combo. It's the same thing as Icky, but with beast damage. These guys are affordable on the auction house or drop from Dinomancers in the Isle of Giants in Pandaria. Look for a power breed if you can, but they'll all get the job done. 7th, I recommend Grumpy for capturing wild pets. Howl, followed by Super Bark, will get your target of choice quickly and safely within capturing range. These guys are cute, sell for cheap, or can be looted from this house in Val'Shara. Next, let's talk about some pet battle add-ons. A few mods will give you access to more information and take some of the friction out of your pet battling process. First, I like Pet Journal Enhanced. It adds more info and filters to your pet journal without completely changing its look from the default. You can filter by pet type and by ability type, which is handy if you're looking for counters. Next, Pet Tracker. This does all sorts of things, but the feature that I like is the enemy cooldown tracker within a pet battle. Knowing when your enemy's moves are available is crucial for many strategies, and hard to live without once you've tried it. Third, Rematch. This lets you save teams and movesets and then attach those saved teams to tamers. Mouse over the NPC, and the saved team loads right up, speeding up your pet dailies and world quests dramatically. You can also import rematch strings from other users to load up their teams and see notes. On top of add-ons, there's a few great third-party websites that I use that are super helpful for pet battlers. For strats, I like wow-petguide.com. You can look up the fight of your choice and see strats and alternatives, get rematch strings, and read comments. If you're stuck on a pet battle, wow-petguide will have some idea on how to beat it. For finding out how to get a specific pet, I look them up on wowhead.com. The comments often have detailed guides on where to go and what to do. And for inspiration and collecting direction, I use warcraftpets.com. This website lets you import your pet collection from the armory and gives you a score based on how many pets you have, what quality they are, and what level they are. Think of it as a Raider IO for your pets. You can even see how your collection ranks against other pet people on your server. The checklist function is also super useful. It can give you a customized list of pets you're looking for based on what's missing from your armory and tell you where to find them. All 3 of these sites are free resources that I use and recommend, and none of them have sponsored this video in any way. So, what's next? You can collect pets and level them to take on more pet battles and improve your Warcraft pets ranking. You could beat 40 Master Tamers across the world to earn your Safari Hat, a toy that gives you 10% more pet battle experience. You could queue up for some pet battle PvP, or maybe try working towards some pet battle achievements. The world is your oyster, or perhaps your hermit crab. Congratulations, you made it to the end and you're ready for your own pet battle journey. Thanks for watching. Feel free to ask me questions during my live streams and check back to my channel for other pet battle and WoW videos. Let me know what you think and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!